Good everyone, my name is Graphics. If you look at the front of the screen, you see a question on partial fraction that says that we should simplify this expression 5x squared minus 6x plus 10 all over x squared minus 4 in bracket multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket in partial fraction. Now, if you want to rewrite this again, if you discover that in the denominator here, there's something we have x squared minus 4. Now, x squared minus 4 can also be written as x squared minus 2 squared. And that will be the same as saying x minus 2 and x plus 2. The reason is that what? It is difference of 2 squared. Now, if I now want to write it in the expression above, it will be given as 5x squared minus 6x plus 10 all divided by, instead of me writing x squared minus 4, I'll write x minus 2 in bracket multiplied by x plus 2 in bracket multiplied by what? X minus 3 in bracket. This is what we have it. Now, we now want to multiply this further. Now, what you do is you take some, since we have x, 3x, if you look at it, in the denominator here, we have x, right? Making what? S cubed, right? So we're having 3 answers. So we represent these answers with a constant a, b, c, and so on and so forth. So I will now say that my 5x squared minus 6x plus 10 divided by x squared minus 4, as in x minus 2 in bracket multiplied by x plus 2 in bracket multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket equals to, now I will take a, the constant, over the first expression in the denominator, which is x minus 2, plus b divided by over the second one, which is x plus 2, plus c divided by over the third one, which is what? X minus 3, right? So I'm going to call that my equation 1. I have my reason. Now let's proceed. Now if you look at this, now we're having fractions here. We need to look for the LCM. So we're going to write it out again by saying 5x squared from the left hand side. We say 5x squared minus 6x plus 10 all divided by x minus 2 in bracket multiplied by x plus 2 in bracket multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket equals to, now you look for the LCM. The LCM of x minus 2, x plus 2, and x minus 3 will also give you x minus 2, x plus 2, and x minus 3, right? This is the LCM there. Now, what you do here is this. The easiest way for you to do this is, if you divide the numerator, if you multiply a times the entire denominator you have here, you'll be having a, right, times x minus 2 in bracket multiplied by x plus 2 in bracket multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket, right, all over x minus 2. So I'm taking the first value there to multiply. Now if you notice, the x minus 2 in the denominator will cancel the x minus 2 in the numerator. Now we'll be left with what? A into bracket x plus 2 in bracket multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket, right? So we're having, so this same thing you're going to apply for b and c. That means you take b and you multiply it by the LCM here at the denominator, which is x minus 2, x plus 2, and x minus 3. By the time you multiply b by it, dividing by the denominator under, that is what the value under b, which is x plus 2, you'll be left with what? B into bracket x minus 2 in bracket x minus 3, right? Then plus, you do the same thing for c. Multiply c by everything you have, that is the LCM. You'll be having c into bracket x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 3. Now the x minus 3 in the denominator will equate the x minus 3 in the numerator. I'll be left with what? We'll be left with c into bracket x minus 2 into bracket x plus 2, and this is what we are going to be having. Now if you look at the left hand side of the equation, right, and you look at the right hand side of the equation, you discover that we have the same denominator. Now, the numerator at the left hand side will equate the numerator at the right hand side. So we'll now be left with 5x squared minus 6x plus 10 equals to a into bracket s plus 2 multiplied by x minus 3 in bracket also plus b multiplied by s minus 2 in bracket multiplied by s minus 3 in bracket plus c multiplied by s minus 2 in bracket multiplied by s plus 2 in bracket. Now tag that my equation 2. Now from here, there are two methods you can use in order to get the value for a, b, and c. The first method is by comparing coefficients, and the second method is by what? Assumption. Now we'll be using the second method there, which is what? By assumption here. How will you do it? If you go to the value under a, you discover that you have x minus 2, right? As long as it doesn't have a square in any way. It's also having just a linear equation, which is s minus 2, right? So you say when s minus 2 is equal to 0, then our x will be equal to what? 2. That means if the minus 2 go to the other side of the equation side, we having what? 2. So you're going to substitute these 2, s equals to 2, in equation 2, which is this equation here. So in doing that, anywhere you see x in equation 2, you are going to put 2. And when you do that, this is what you are going to be having. So anywhere you see x, you place your 2. Now, if you simplify this further, my 2 to the power of 2 here in the left hand side will give us 4. And 4 times 5 will be what? 20. Now, minus 6 times 2 is 12 plus 10 equals to, now, in the right hand side, we have a into bracket 2 plus 2 is 4 into bracket 2 minus 3 is minus 1 plus b into bracket 2 minus 2 is 0 multiplied by 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 1 plus c into bracket 2 minus 2 is 0 times what? 2 plus 2 is 4, so we have 4 here. Now if you write out 20 minus 12 plus 10 is what? 18 equals to, now if you look at your right hand side, 4a times 4 times minus 1 will give you minus 4a. Then if you look at b has 0 there, so 0 multiplied by any finite number will give you what? 0. So we have 0 here. Then also c has 0 close to it also, then multiply by 4 multiplied by 0 multiplied by c will give us also what? 0. Now we'll be left with 18 all over, we're left with 18 equals to what? Minus 4a. Now if you divide both sides by minus 4, only because you want a to stand alone, divide both sides by the value closer to a, or will I say by the quotient of what? Of a, which is minus 4. Divide both sides by minus 4. And we're left with what? A equals to what? If a equals to, if you look at this now at the left hand side, after you divide both sides by minus 4, discover that 2 can go in 4. How many times? 2 times. 2 can go in 18. How many times? 9 times. So you now say therefore my a is equals to minus 9 over 2. Now after you've done that, you go to the next value under b, which is what? S plus 2. As long as what? The x doesn't have square, or the entire value doesn't have square there, so you just go straight to that. S plus 2. So s plus 2 is equals to, we say when s plus 2 is equals to 0, my x will now be equals to what? Minus 2. That is if the 2 is coming back to the right hand side. It will change from positive to what? To negative. So we're having s equals to what? Minus 2. Now substituting into equation 2 above. Now anywhere you see x, now you're going to put minus 2 in equation 2 above. So instead of writing 5x squared, write 5 into bracket minus 2. So when you do that, this is what you'll be having, right? This equation here is what you are going to be having. Now in doing that, minus 2 raised to the power 2 will give you what? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Minus 6 times minus 2 will give you plus 12, because minus times minus is plus. Then we are left with our 10 there, equals to, now if I write my a, minus 2 plus 2 will give us what? 0. So a into bracket 0. Then the next one, minus 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 5 into bracket what? Minus 5. Plus b into bracket minus 2 minus 2 is what? Minus 4. Multiplied by minus 2 minus 3 is what? Minus 5 into bracket again here, plus c into bracket minus 2 minus 2 is minus 4, and also minus 2 plus 2 is what? Is 0. Now if you now rewrite that, you'll be having 20 plus 12 plus 10, that will give us what? 42. So equals to, if you look at the right hand side, discover that there's 0 close to a and 5. So when 0 is attached to anything in form of multiplication, that particular value turns to what? 0. So we have 0 plus minus 4 minus 5 is 20. 20 times will give us what? 20b. Now c minus 4 times c times minus 4 times 0 is going to give us what? 0. So we left with what? 42 equals to what? 20b. Now you want b to stand alone, you divide both sides by what? By the quotient of b, which is 20. You divide both sides by 20, so we'll be having 42 over 20 equals to what? 20b over what? Over 20. 20 will equate 20 in the right hand side. Then in the left hand side, we know that 2 can go in 42, which is 21 times, and 2 can go in 20, which is 10 times. So our b is what? 21 over what? Over 10. Now you go to the third one, value under c in equation 1, which is what? X minus 3. Now you say when x minus 3 is equal to 0, it means that what? My x will be equal to what? 3. Now you're going to substitute 3 into equation 2 above. So in that equation 2, anywhere you see x, you replace it by what? By 3. So we're having this value we have here, right? So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Minus 3 times 6 minus what? 3 times 6 is what? Is 18, right? Plus 10. Now if you do that, equals to, we have my right hand side, a into bracket 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 is what? Is 5. Multiply by 3 minus 3, which is 0, right? Plus b into bracket 3 minus 2 is 1. Multiply by 3 minus 3, which is also what? Which is 0. Plus c into bracket 3 minus 2 is what? Is 1. Place it there. Multiply by 3 plus 2, which is what? 5. I place it there. Now, like I said earlier, 0 multiplied by any finite number will give you what? 0. So we say that 45 minus 9 plus 10 is what? 37. 45 minus 18 plus 10 is 37. Equals to a times 5 times 0 is 0. Plus b times 1 times 0 is 0. Plus c times 1 times 5 equals what? 5c. Now we're left with 37 over 5. 37 equals to what? 5c. Now you want c to stand alone. So you're going to divide both sides by the quotient of what? Of c, which is 5. So dividing both sides by 5, we'll have 37 over 5 equals to what? 5c over 5. Now 5 will equate 5. In the right hand side, we're left with c. So our c is equals to what? 37 over 5. Now you are now going to substitute the value of a, b, and c into the above expression. That is my equation 1. Now when you do that, you are going to be having 5s squared minus 6s plus 10 all over x minus 2 into bracket s plus 2 into bracket x minus 3. That's what we're having here. Equals to, now anywhere I see a, I'll put minus 9 over 2. So we have minus 9 over 2 all over x minus 2. I'm talking about equation 1 plus 21 over 10. Replacing b here, anywhere you see b, you put 21 over 10, right? So 21 over 10 all over s plus 2 plus c. What is c? C is 37 over 5. So anywhere you see c, you put 37 over 5 all over what? X over 2. Now let me now teach you something here. Now if you find this video helpful, you don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.